Boom. What is good? What is going on, everybody? We are live on the Sunday before Thanksgiving, and we got a matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears. The Bears, Steelers 6-4 atop of the AFC North, Bears 7-3 atop the NFC North. Although the Bears are 1-2 in their division, and they are first, Steelers are 2-1 in their division. So one team has a winning record within their division. The other team doesn't. However, both teams still in first place. 52 degrees over there in Chicago. Wind 7 miles per hour. It's a nice sunny day over there in Chicago. Bears will be getting the ball first as Chris Boswell will be kicking off to Chicago. Looks a little bit foggy. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but looks a little foggy. All right, and we're underway in Chicago. It's going to be returned right at the 1 yard line. He's going to turn it up past the 25, down at around the 29 yard line. And that's where Caleb Williams and the Bears are going to take their first snap of the game. Caleb Williams having himself a pretty solid sophomore season. It was a bit of a struggle last year with him as a rookie. This year so far, I mean, the strength of schedule hasn't been too crazy, but they're still at a 7-3 record. The tight end motion, he sets to the right side. Another receiver motion, he goes to the left. It's a handoff play up the middle, and he's down at around the 30-yard line. So gain of 1 there on the first play of the drive. Now, the Steelers and Bears don't play too often. The Steelers, last time they've won in Soldier Field was, I believe, in 1995. Again, it's not like they play there that often, but that's still a very long time. Bears now in shotgun here on 2nd and 9. Steelers defense coming off of a good performance against the Bengals. Let's see what they do here. Another handoff play, bit of a delay handoff, and he gains about a couple there. It's going to bring 3rd and around 6, maybe. Oh, dang, Alex Highsmith's still out. So, I mean, Nick Herbig's still a good linebacker. Nick Herbig was making plays last week, too. I mean, he's been making plays since last season. 3rd and 6 here for Chicago. On the verge of going 3 and out. Let's see if they do. Looks like he switched something up at the line. Williams drops back. Look through this progression. It's tipped up in the air, and it is incomplete. Almost intercepted by Eccles. He was the nearest Steeler there. But good coverage by Pittsburgh, and that's a 3 and out for Chicago. I mean, he wasn't really that open, was he? Oh, no. That was just a good read. That was a really good read by the safety. Now it's going to bring out a punt for Taylor and the Bears. And this is a good punt. Austin has to backpedal inside the 10, makes a move towards the sideline. Oh, and he gets hit out of bounds out around the 20. They'll mark him at the 21, and that's where Mason Rudolph and the Steelers, that was a little bit out of bounds, but they didn't get the call. But now you got Mason Rudolph with his mustache. 9-8-1 record as a starter for the Steelers. Last time he was a starter with the Steelers, he went on a 3-1 run? With the one loss being against the Bills in the wild card round of the playoffs. They really try to push Aaron Rodgers to play in this game, but, I mean, they didn't want to overly push him, which I don't mind one bit. Delay handoff to Kenneth Gainwell, pushes up the field and is down at the 30. That's a gain of 9 on the first play. Kenny G with a good, solid run there on first down. And for those of you who don't know, every time, or the Steelers are actually undefeated when J.J. Watt is calling a Steeler game. Okay, let's get this up. Okay. Steelers in shotgun here on 2nd and 1. Jalen Warren to Rudolph's left. Fakes the handoff. He's going to take a shot down the field, and it is intercepted, but they're going to say incomplete by Wright. He was able to make the catch, which was a really good catch. I'm not sure if he got the feet down, though. He was looking for DK Metcalf. That's very close. So he tipped it, still up in the air, and then he was able to catch it. I got to see this replay again. That's close. So they did call it an interception. I'm not sure if that's enough to overturn it, man. I'm not completely convinced that was an interception. However, since the call on the field was an interception, that's what's going to help Chicago here, and I think it's going to stand. Which is not what we want, but it is what it is. Okay, let's see what we got going on in the rest of the league right now. Okay, so you got the Colts and the Chiefs. That's actually a really good matchup. The Chiefs are actually on the verge of missing the playoffs. There's a decent shot that they missed the playoffs after the loss last week to Denver. It's going to be really, really tough for them to win a division because they already have, I believe, 2 losses within their division, one against the Chargers in week 1 and the other against the Broncos last week. It's almost impossible for them to win a division. Not that it's impossible, but they need a lot to happen for that. So they're pretty much chasing a wild card seat at this point. And even that's not even a gimme. I mean, if they lose today against the Colts, that's going to make things a lot more tough than what it already is. But the Colts had a bounce-back game last week. I forgot where they were, but I know they won. It was early in the morning. That game's in Arrowhead. You also got the Jersey Jets going up against the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore. Ravens have a Thanksgiving game against the Bengals, which I think that's a good game, man. I know it's not exactly the matchup they wanted with Burrow and Jackson. However, Joe Flacco, former Raven, going back to Baltimore. Primetime Thanksgiving, that's some storyline to it. Okay. Try not to drop my phone here. Okay, so it sounds like they called it an interception. Okay, yeah. They called it a pick after on the Steelers' third play. Bears are in decent field position, play action. Williams going to throw it up the middle, and it is incomplete. They're going to say it bounced on the ground. He's looking for more there. Now they're showing a replay of the interception. Great pick, by the way. That was just a good defensive play. You can't necessarily blame Rudolph on that, especially taking a one-on-one shot down the field to DK Metcalf. He really got up there for that pick, man. Sometimes that just happens. Williams looking. He's going to scramble. He's going to take it himself, and he's going to run out of bounds just short of the first down. I'm sure he had a chance at getting the first down without getting hit, but he didn't want to risk it. Let's see. Because he had a little bit more space. He could have probably extended or something, but he chose not to. Okay, it's going to be another third down for Chicago. Man in motion. They're going to run the ball, and they get the first down pretty easily. And Chicago's now not only in Steeler territory, but now they're a threat to score. Oh, wow. The Giants are up 7-0 in Detroit. What is going on with the Detroit Lions this season? They're good, but they're not near what they were last season, at least at their peak. 1st and 10, another run play inside, and he is tackled inside the 40. That's again about 5. He was tackled by Wilson there. Oh, not a bad run. Oh, he was tripped a little bit. Chicago, a team that's just been kind of in the shadow. Nobody really talking about the Bears this season. Fakes the throw. Now he's going to hand it off, and he has space up the middle, makes a move, and he is finally tackled at around the 30-yard line. And Chicago's moving. That was actually a really good draw play. At the very least, it was a good open field tackle, I guess. At the very least. Chicago. Now at the Steelers' 29. Tight end in motion, fakes the handoff, throws middle of the field, complete up the middle, and he is down at the 11. Another Chicago first down. Burden, there wasn't. They were playing far back on him, man. All he had to do was turn a little bit, and that was enough to open some space. Damn. Chicago now in the red zone. Here on first down. Another run play, and there's not much success this time. He does get about a yard, but nothing after that. Okay. I mean, if the Steelers could hold him to 3, that's not too bad. I mean, it's still very early, but one thing the Steelers do struggle with is time of possession. And really, the Bears have had most of the possession. Steelers probably had it, less than a minute or two? 2nd and 9. Williams looks middle once again and overthrows his man. That was a laser. Now a flag is thrown. After the ball hits the ground, it might be on Pittsburgh based on what happened. Yeah, they called it. And I wanted to wear this jacket, man. It's a little too hot. It's a little too hot. I mean, yeah, that wasn't pass interference, I guess. He was kind of on him, but now it's 1st and goal for Chicago. And a really good drive from the Bears. Williams looks, throws, end zone, caught by Moore for the touchdown. Good drive from Chicago, and they're now up 6-0 over the Steelers, able to capitalize off of an interception. And, I mean, shoot, that was a good drive, man. That was a good throw by Caleb, too. Wow wasn't too far off from him. Able to throw it past the defenders. Let's see how much of a factor the wind plays. It doesn't look like it's super windy. For the extra point, that kick is up, and it is good. Chicago up 7-0. Okay, not the best start, but there's still a lot of football left to be played. Okay, so you got Minnesota and Green Bay. Packers are up 7-3. Both teams have already scored in that game. Looks like Indianapolis was able to score over there in Kansas City, even getting a turnover. 7-0 Indianapolis over there in Kansas City. Still no score in Baltimore with the Jersey Jets and the Ravens. Oh, the Jets are able to get a first down, though. Now they're on the Baltimore side of the field. Jersey Jets on a winning streak. Who would have thought the Jets would be on a winning streak at this point in the season? I should probably. I have to do this thing on my phone because every time I feel like I do it on the TV, it kind of gets a little bit backed up. Yeah. I mean, he climbed the ladder. That happens, man. It's like you're taking a shot down the field. You got 1-on-1 with your wide receiver one. It's like you're gonna want to make that throw. You're gonna want to try to throw it up. So, yeah. Okay, how about the Jersey Jets here? 2nd and 8 handoff play for a short gain. I'm telling you, man. People may look at the Jets record that says 2-8, but they're on a little bit of a hot streak. Okay. Maybe they could upset over there in Baltimore. Okay. It's foggy over there again for the kickoff. I'm not sure if it gets past Kenneth Gainwell. And this is not a good camera angle, so I don't even know where he's down at. It looks like he's down inside the 10. It's kind of hard to tell what happened with that camera angle. Okay. Well, hey, at least we know the kickoff rules at this point in the season. Okay. That's good, at least. That's the one positive I got to say out of that play. Not much positive, but we know the rules. Jaylen Warren in the backfield. Here on 1st and 10, inside of the 10 at the 5. Steelers only had 2 offensive plays to Chicago's 11. 8:23 left in the first quarter. Steelers look like they bring out a heavy set. Darnell Washington in motion. So we handoff play to Jaylen Warren. Jaylen Warren has some space in the outside. Tries to hurdle over a man, but he gets tackled by him. Still a first down. Still a good run from Jaylen Warren. That's what I'm talking about. Good blocks up front. And a good run. I mean, Chicago had no chance of stopping him from getting that first down with Warren's speed. He's in the backfield once again. Metcalf in motion. They're going to get a jet sweep to DK Metcalf. And he couldn't get past the first defender. Still a gain of about 7, maybe 8, depending on where they decide to mark him. Throwing a little bit of the Matt Canada playbook out there. Okay, with a jet sweep. Oh, man, when Matt Canada would do all these jet sweeps, Okay, they didn't really give Metcalf a good, a generous spot. 2nd and 4. Toss play. Jalen Warren probably cuts the yardage in half, and it's going to make it around 3rd and 2. A long 2 at that, though. And look, man, this is one of those drives where even if the Steelers can't score, at least possess the ball for a decent amount of time, because your defense has already been out there for almost half the quarter. All right, they were 7 for 13 last week in 3rd downs. Now it's going to be a pass to DK Metcalf behind the line of scrimmage for a 1st down. And okay. They're trying to give the ball to their playmakers, Metcalf and Warren, and so far it's been working. Oh, they had Warren blocked. Okay. Maybe the screen on 3rd and 4 caught the Bears off guard a little bit. Fakes the handoff. Rudolph looking. He's now going to float one, and it is caught by Ben Skoranek for a 1st down. Straight floater to Skoranek. Look at the airtime on this throw. Nice. Showing Aaron on the sideline. I mean, he really, really wanted to play this game since he's the proclaimed owner of the Chicago Bears. Well, a lot of people, including myself and Steeler Nation, have no problem starting it. Oh, they're in the Wildcat. Gainwell fakes the handoff, has a little bit of space, and he's able to gain around 5. Steelers expanding their play calling here with the Wildcat. They got a jet sweep, a Wildcat in this drive. I mean, what are we going to see next? A reverse? They're trying to have Kenneth Gainwell do it all, man. Metcalf in motion. They give it back to Kenny G, and he gets the 1st down. Steelers are moving. Rodgers pointing the finger saying, move those chains. And let's go, man. This is exactly the drive that the Steelers needed to give the defense some rest. And they got Will Howard suited up to on the sideline. 5 rushes, 2 passes for 56 yards so far on this drive. Little over 4 minutes the Steelers have taken off the clock with this drive. Steelers now on shotgun. Smith in motion. Warren to Rudolph's left. He's going to throw it to Metcalf once again. That one's a bit of a shorter gain. On 1st down. Looks like they're going to go no huddle here. Mason Rudolph, one of the better backup quarterbacks in the league. I'm not going to say he's number 1. Okay, I know you got guys like Mac Jones who played really well, really exceptional during this season. Pat Freiermuth was in motion. He's now set. Austin running around in the backfield. They're going to fake the handoff. Give it to Austin. He gets past the defender. Now he's trying to make another move, and he is just about a yard short of the 1st down. Calvin Austin showing off the shiftiness there. Also, if I understood right, they announced that Roman Wilson is the 2 now. If I understood that right. All right, so now you got 3rd and 2. So there's in shotgun here. Rudolph looks right. Now goes left to Kenneth Gainwell. Has a block up front. Gets the first down. Stiff arm. Runs out of bounds inside the 20. Kenneth Gainwell once again with another play. And that's another Steelers first down, baby. They are moving. I am really liking the progression from this offensive line when you compare it from week 1 to now, man. I know they were a little injured, but the progression is there, and that's something you want to see. Another screen pass to Smith this time, and he's able to push forward down at around the 9-yard line with Roger Jones spinning down to the ground. With how good this drive has been, you got to get 7. Okay. Mason Rudolph, 6 for 6 so far, 56 yards. Majority of them were behind the line of scrimmage. He did have that one floater to Ben Skoranek, though. And the Steelers used their first timeout of the first half. Something, it just seems like Mason Rudolph didn't like something on the field. I'm not exactly sure what, but he just seemed very impressed. All right. Steelers are in the red zone. Trying to answer back, trying to punch back after Chicago scored a touchdown on them in their last drive. Soldier Field, man. I think, is it the oldest stadium in the NFL? I know it's either that or Lambeau. Chicago is going to be getting a new stadium in the next, I'm not exactly sure how many years, but they're supposed to get a new stadium. That's a dome stadium. And personally, man, I don't think it fits the Chicago Bears. But, I mean, a lot of teams want to get these new super dome stadiums. I actually think Soldier Field looks kind of cool, but then again, I've never been there. And I've played Jalen Warren, able to get the first down, still fighting now down at the 6-yard line. Now it's going to be first and goal for Pittsburgh. Yeah, I'm not too sure if they actually broke ground on that new stadium yet. I think it's in a suburb of Chicago. I don't know, man. I understand the reason to why you would want a new stadium. You know, Chicago is a big city, one of the biggest cities in America. So maybe they want a Super Bowl. Maybe, I mean, I'm sure they could market a Super Bowl in Chicago. Uh, NCAA March Madness, the Final Four, or something like that at that stadium. I mean, you clearly can't do that at Soldier Field. I don't really like the state of the NFL with all these dome stadiums, though. Okay, so you got the Indianapolis Colts hanging on to a lead over there at Arrowhead, 7-6. Um, Looks like the Colts have the ball. Jets and Ravens still not up at nothing. And Minnesota battling out with Green Bay 7-3 over there at Lambeau Field. Yeah, that's one place for sure that we know is going to stay there forever. Lambeau Field. That's just one place where they're just going to continue to renovate whenever they need to renovate it. Oh no, they took away a touchdown from Kansas City. Okay, all right, so it's actually the Chiefs that have the ball. Yeah, man, Lambeau Field's just too iconic to get rid of. It's the Fenway It's the Wrigley. It's the Dodger Stadium of football stadiums. So you can't get rid of that. Oh, Dad, I just realized my terrible towel. What the heck happened here? Oh, great. I'll fix that later. That's fine. Soldier Field has a unique look to it. Since they did that renovation, I think like was it in the 90s or 2000s? It looks futuristic, like at the top of the stadium. And then the bottom of the stadium looks super old school. Swing pass to DK Metcalf, who gets blocks up front and gets into the end zone for a touchdown. DK Metcalf and the Steelers drive right down the field. They started that drive at their own 5-yard line. So they pushed down 95 yards for a touchdown. Good drive, man. Good drive. Good on the blocks in this drive were amazing, man. You can't write it much better than that. Everybody was doing their job. Chris Bonds with the extra point. Snap is a little bit high, but the kick is right down the middle and good. So we got a tie game. 30 seconds left in this first quarter. Chicago punched first with the touchdown. Steelers punched right back with their own touchdown. Nah. I was going to try to look for it, but it is what it is. Everybody looked good in that drive, man. It was a well-balanced drive. It was led by Gainwell. Warren had his moments in that drive as well. Metcalf, too. I mean, I tell you, that's one of the best Steeler drives I have seen in a while. It was like every play they were gaining yards. And it didn't look promising. Okay, that's their first drive of 95 plus yards since 2023, week 1 against the 49ers. That's a long, long time, man. All right, kickoff from Boswell. Returned right at around the goal line. Past the 20, gets to the outside. Oh, gets past the Steeler defender. And he is out of bounds at around the 35. Although there is a flag that might be coming back. A few Steeler players pointing towards Chicago's way. Referee's talking it over. They're pointing. They're talking. Still talking. Let's see what they call. All right, that's going back. That is going back. Okay. All right, let's see. The Steelers defense has a tough matchup with this Bears offense, man. I mean, Ben Johnson is a really good offensive-minded coach. I don't know the numbers for the Chicago Bears offense as of this year, though. All right, so they take it from the 20 after the penalty. Handoff play and a short gain. Another flag thrown. Now we're starting to see some laundry. Another holding call on Chicago. Ah, man, they're really starting to hurt themselves on this drive. Oh, yeah, he was holding TJ Watt on that play. Yep. Chicago's really self-sabotaging themselves. And there is time to try to get another playoff. They're not going to. And they're going to just flip sides. And they're going to start the second quarter with the 2nd and 20. Both teams having their moments in that first quarter. I think it was a very balanced first quarter. I can't really say that one team was outperforming the other. It was just, they were neck and neck. Now, how about that? All the games on the multi-view are on commercial. Okay, we got the Patriots and the Bengals, though. Is New England back? Or are they, you guys think that they're first round exits or not real Super Bowl contenders, man? They're 9-2. I'm pretty sure they're either the first seed or the second seed. Them and Indianapolis are the first two seeds. Which does that not sound just so 2000s? Like, what are we doing here, man? Why are we taking it back to the 2000s? You got the Patriots and the Colts. I'm not wearing that much Steeler gear, but I wanted to wear my jacket. It just got a little too warm. Maybe if I was in Chicago, I would have needed my jacket. Although surprisingly, it was 50 something degrees out there. That's not too cold for Chicago standards. So it doesn't seem like the super winter weather has kicked in over there. Or maybe it has, but just not today. Flying under the radar. Hey, they got a good quarterback. Drake May is a good quarterback. That's their guy. That's their guy. Williams drops back, gets pressured, able to avoid it. He's now scrambling. He's going to throw it away. Pressure came right away. Yeah, man. It only took New England a few years to get back to being good and being relevant. They were irrelevant for a few years, but it didn't take too long. Williams has time, now scrambling, looking. What? Sacked and fumble in the end zone, scooped up by the Steelers, and that is a touchdown, Pittsburgh. Yes. Oh, yeah. TJ Watt with the play. Herbig scoops it up. That Steelers defense making splash plays once again. Did Williams try to do too much? No, he was just trying to avoid pressure. Once again, Herbig and Watt, man. Damn. 25th career strip sack for TJ Watt. Most of the NFL since 2017, which is when he started playing. All right, extra point for Boswell. Snap looks good, and the kick is good. 14-7 Pittsburgh. After a TJ Watt strip sack, Nick Herbig scoops it up for the score in the end zone. Steelers now have a 14-7 lead over there in Soldier Field. And I do see some yellow. I do see some towels waving. This is what I'm talking about, man. That's the type of stuff that we expected to see from the Steelers defense this season. All right, 7-3 over there in Kansas City. Indianapolis is up. Indiana Jones tried to dump it off to Jonathan Taylor, but it was incomplete. Nobody could find the scoreboard in Baltimore yet. Still nothing in the second quarter. Not much really else going on. All right. Steelers are going to need to beat some of these good teams if they want to win this division. Baltimore is right on them. Right on them. And I had a feeling something like this was going to happen too. We had to go to Buffalo Wild Wings out of the pick six. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Chicken pot pie, $4.99 at KFC. I don't know, man. I actually like what I'm seeing from the Steelers team right now. Okay. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself here. I don't know exactly the game plan that the Steelers have offensively, but it worked on that last drive. Hey, the Lions have one of the best uniforms in the league. Those are one of my favorites. Detroit, not just the blackout ones with the blue helmet. I just like their uniforms in general. I think they just have a good colorway, a really good colorway. All right, kickoff is out and it is returned. I don't know why they keep doing this camera angle, man. It's hard to tell with this camera angle. Although he's able to get a good return and tackled at the 25. I don't like that angle that they put, man. And again, I'll say this again. The Steelers are undefeated when J.J. Watt is calling the games. Wow. Watt surpassed J.J. in sacks. That is crazy. First and 10 for Chicago. Handoff play, not much going. He is tackled right at around the line of scrimmage, tackled by Sawyer and Patrick Queen. The shape of that stadium is, it looks crazy, man. And if you get an outside look, if you see a picture of the outside of Soldier Field, it's like a spaceship on the top side, and the bottom side is like 1700s, 1800s looking. Pass is complete for a first down for Chicago. Tackled out of bounds near the 45-yard line. Oh, Indy just scored on the Chiefs 14-3. All right. I'm still not sure if Indy's legit or not, man, because I don't even know if the Chiefs are even that good. Williams gets the snap, pump fakes. Now he's going to take it, gets to the edge, and gets a few on the play. Williams has been forced to kind of move around here in this game because of the pressure the Steelers defense has brought. Sometimes it's worked, sometimes it hasn't. Swift in the backfield for the Bears. 2nd and 5. Near Steeler territory at midfield. They're going to give it to Swift, and he's tackled at around the 48-47 yard line. So we got around 3rd and short. Say 3rd and 2. Cincinnati up 10-0 over New England. And the Giants up 10-0 over Detroit. Jameis Winston out there balling out at Ford Field. Handoff play looks like he might have gotten it. Steelers saying that the Steelers have it. They're pointing to the Steelers side. Did they fumble it? Referee, Steelers have the football. Referees haven't made a signal yet. Steelers lineman does have the football in his hand. Steelers football? Oh, that's a fumble right now. Okay, I mean, we got to see the replay. Let's see. They're saying first down Pittsburgh at the moment. It's hard to tell. He still has the football there. Okay, so I mean, you can't tell anything right there. That's tough, man. It might be a long review because, for one, you got to see if it was actually a fumble, and then if it wasn't a fumble, you got to see if you got the first down because that's a tough one to say too. I couldn't tell whether he got the first down or not if he didn't fumble. Like there was just bodies all over the place. It was kind of hard to tell. Yeah, it might be in the Steelers' favor that they called it a fumble. Kind of like how it was for the interception on the Bears. So we'll see, man. It looked like the elbow might have went down beforehand. It was tough, man. It's tough to see. Again, I don't think it's going to be a short review. I think it's going to be a pretty longer one. Because then there'd be two sides to play on whether or not he got the first down, too. Ah, that's what I was looking for the other games. Okay, well, didn't get it in time. Oh, they got the ice skating outside. It's like downtown Chicago. Now, as somebody that's from California, Southern California to be exact, I've actually ice skated multiple times. And okay, they call it Steeler football. I wasn't that convinced that it was Steeler football, but hey, we'll take it, right? 1st and 10 for the Steelers. Rudolph drops back, has time, dunks it off to Darnell Washington, and he gets the first down. Just wills his way past two Chicago defenders. And what else would you expect from Darnell Washington? Okay, his hand is down, but his elbow isn't. God, that's too tough, man. That's too tough to call, honestly. I don't know. But like I was saying, I actually have gone ice skating multiple times for a Californian. And it's actually kind of fun. Not when you fall that much, though. I fell quite a few times. Handoff play, Jalen Warren. Oh, he takes a big hit as he passes the line of scrimmage. Looks like he might have gotten 2 on the play. But Chicago making a big hit. Dang. And if you're ice skating, oh, Metcalf over there limping on the sideline. But if you're ice skating, don't try to brace yourself or don't try to stop yourself from falling, because then that could cause it to hurt even more. I know. 2nd and 8. Quick pass to Freiermuth, and he's able to get just a little bit on the play. Nothing too crazy. the first time I ever went ice skating, my whole body was sore for a good week, man. I fell so many times. My first time ice skating, second time ice skating. It wasn't even funny, man. It felt like I got a full body workout. 3rd and 6. They're going to give it to Kenny G. And he's actually able to pick up the first down on a questionable play call that I personally didn't like. But Kenny G able to get the first down out of that. Oh, that's close to a horse call a little there. Nonetheless, first down for Kenny G and the Steelers. Okay, yeah, that is short. That is barely short of the first down. Okay. But hey, man, I think that could have been a penalty. Now they're going to keep the Steelers offense out there. Let's see if they try that tush push. They have Mason Rudolph in the backfield. They're going to do the tush push here. And that was not a good. Looks like he got it, though. That was a weird play. It developed weird. Oh, now what's going on here? Okay, now we're having technical difficulties over here. Okay, well, they said they didn't get it. Okay, but why did they switch it up? Because at first they were using Darnell Washington as the quarterback. Why did they switch it up and decide to put Connor Hayward back there? I don't get it. Why did they change something that was already working? They were undefeated using it with Darnell Washington as the quarterback on that play. Now since they've added Connor Hayward to it, since they changed it a little bit, they haven't gotten a first down. I don't know why they even try to switch it up. It makes zero sense. And by the way, it didn't even look like they were completely set. They looked out of whack on that play. It was, I don't know. Okay, now what's going on with this, dude? All right, whatever. You know what? No, it is very predictable, but what I really don't like is that they switched it up. There was no need, no reason to switch it up. So I understand you want Washington to try to push forward the other guy, but he could push forward just using his own willpower, man. It made zero sense. That play call wasn't not the best. And I just don't really like the tush push that much for multiple reasons. A lot of the times it is false start on the offense that doesn't get called. Ah, well. Well, first down Chicago, and it's a shame because the Steelers were moving the football. Play action. Williams throws the middle of the field, downfield, overthrows his man, and Pierre looked like he got a hand on it. It was going to be a tough play to get an interception off of that. But Williams tried to get another laser to a defender, or to a receiver. But it's James Pierre, man. He has really stepped up at the cornerback position. He's earned himself a starting cornerback position. Okay. I know they have Darius Slay. At this point, I'd rather have Pierre as a cornerback than Slay. At this point. You got a Bears lineman being walked out off the field. Dang, man, they needed those points on that drive. That was a really good drive just for nothing. But I mean, the Steelers' offense is looking good. Again, another small sample size because for one, the defense has been out there a long time. It seems like, but for two, the defense is also putting up points, put up a touchdown. 2nd and 10 for Chicago. Caleb Williams all alone, all by himself in shotgun. DJ Moore in motion. Looks for a screen pass. Now he's going to run, scramble, throws it out of bounds, just throws it away. Uh-oh, the Jersey Jets on the board in Baltimore. And they got points over there in Baltimore. 7-0. Jersey Jets looking to extend their win streak to 3 games. Oh, they just showed that the Jets have never won a game in Baltimore. 0-6 in Baltimore. 3rd and 10 for the Bears. Williams draws back. Has time. Throws middle of the field to his tight end, and he is short of the first down marker. Good tackle from the Steelers defense there. Ben Johnson is calling the offense to stay out there on 4th down. Now, that is forward progress, so that should be – they're going to say 4th and 1. They're in shotgun formation here on 4th and 1. Are they actually going to do it? They do. They snap the ball, and it's going to be a run for Williams. He gets the first down and some more. Runs out of bounds, gets pushed out of bounds. That is not a penalty. Chicago's trying to call a penalty. That is not. He was still in bounds. Chicago still gets the first down, though. That was not a penalty. Let's see. Let's see this replay. Good play call by Ben Johnson. Yeah, that is not a flag. He was in bounds, dude. All right. All right, the Bears able to get that fourth down conversion off of a really good play call by Ben Johnson. Good block by Swift as well. Play action. Pressure comes once again. He's able to get it off complete. Down at the 50. Yes, he was in bounds. I guess the impact and the way Caleb fell made it look dramatic, I guess. I don't know. Second and 7. Williams end around. A double reverse. And he's got blocks up front. He got the first down. Gets past the Steelers defender, and he's down at the 35. Chicago pulling out some tricks here on this drive. Double reverse. And this is why I kind of fear the Bears a little bit in this game. Ben Johnson, man. Ben Johnson. Toss play for Chicago, and there is nowhere to go. Stopped by Herbig. Yards behind the line of scrimmage. Herbig just getting past everybody. It's good to see Herbig getting some snaps. I know it's due to an unfortunate circumstance with Highsmith out, but Herbig does his thing too. Williams wide open, middle of the field, first down. Chicago, they're now in the red zone. Williams actually throw him some bullet passes, man. Fakes the toss. Oh, his receiver slips, and that's an incomplete pass. DJ Moore lost his footing. Now there's a flag thrown. Porter was also struggling getting up. Okay, so they threw some laundry for nothing. Now the concern is Joey Porter Jr. And Chicago started off 0-2. Now they're 7-3. That's a good turnaround for the Bears. Okay, 2nd and 10 from the 17. Toss play in shotgun formation. Rich is able to get some yardage there for Chicago. Now it's going to bring 3rd and around medium. 3rd and 5. These two teams right now, they are really meeting each other at an even playing field. Even though the Steelers are winning by 7 right now, I mean the Bears have a shot at tying the game. 3rd and 5. Here we go. He throws it. Caught. Touchdown, Chicago. Damn. Damn. Now their tight end just made a move, and that was enough. That gave him enough time to get a little bit open. And that's all he needed to get a little bit open. Extra point for Chicago. Kick is up, and it is good. 14-14. Less than 4 minutes left in the second quarter. And I'll say this now: if the Steelers lose this game by a possession or by 3 or something like that, what's going to be talked about is a play call on that 4th and short, 4th and 1. That's going to be talked about a little bit. This is kind of reminding me of the week 1 matchup that the Steelers had against the Jets. These teams seem really equal to each other. All right, Indianapolis still up 14-6 in Kansas City. Jets up 7-0 against the Ravens. However, their Ravens are in the red zone, and looks like they're going to be stopped to a field goal. So they should be able to get some points on that drive with the chip shot field goal. Unless they go for it on 4th down. I think that's a little too far to go for it on 4th down. Daniel Jones trying to push it up the field and get at least 3 before halftime. Packers up 10-3 over Minnesota. Minnesota really having a disappointing season. They had expectations after the season they had last year, which is understandable. Okay, they played a really good season. They did fall short. The last 2 games, they had 2 big games to end the season. They lost both of them. I think it was against the Detroit and the Rams. And so far with McCarthy, it hasn't clicked yet. It's still too early to predict whether or not he's the guy. It's his second season in the league, but in reality, it's his first because he was injured all last season. Okay, kickoff is away, and it bounces and rolls into the end zone. Okay, see, with this new kickoff rule, I still don't know where exactly the Steelers take the ball. When was the last time the Bears were even good or relevant? Was it in 2018 with Mitch Trubisky? Because of their defense in 2018. There's a different story, man. I think it's their offense that's the story for them. Rudolph trying to make him jump off sides with a hard count. Now it's toss play. Jalen Warren gets the inside, and he gets a gain of 9. Good play on the first play of the drive. And this is some good football, man. These teams are going word for word, bar for bar on each other right now. Although Chicago did get the ball first, so if the Steelers score here before halftime without Chicago scoring, that's going to make a big impact. Washington in motion. Handoff play, Jalen Warren once again. Doesn't really get blocks, but he's able to get past the line of scrimmage and get the first down. Good run by Jalen Warren for another Steelers first down. DK Metcalf back in the huddle after he was shaken up a little bit. Pressure was there. He got barely enough time to get past the line. 6 rushes, 34 yards for Jalen Warren. .240 left in the second quarter, under 240 left in the second quarter. And looks like the Steelers jump. That's going to be false start. Come on, Smith. What was he even trying to do? First and 15 after the false start for the Steelers. Metcalf running around. Handoff play, Warren once again cuts the inside once again. And he gains about 5, so they gain back the yards that they just lost. Okay, we got the 2-minute warning. So far, if this isn't the best game of the morning slate, I don't know what is. Bengals and Patriots. New England was able to come back after being down 10-0. They're now up 14-10. Oh man, we are at the Sunday before Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is I don't know, man. It doesn't get the love that it deserves. Okay. Thanksgiving does not get the love that it deserves. I don't know what happened. Because it wasn't always people were celebrating or putting up their Christmas decorations right after Halloween. That wasn't always the case. I remember. Okay, I remember. I've lived long enough to remember this stuff. Okay, people weren't putting up Christmas lights on November 1st. I don't remember that happening until recently. So I don't know exactly what happened. What happened the last couple of years? Because I didn't really start seeing that till a few years ago. But I'm not a fan of it. We're not getting festive on fall anymore. I mean, I get that in California, we don't really get a fall, but still. California is really only summer and winter. Best meal of the year, Thanksgiving. That's debatable. That's debatable. Christmas food is good too. Christmas food is definitely up there. I think they're neck and neck. I think they're neck and neck. One thing that Thanksgiving have or has that Christmas doesn't is the stuffing and the pumpkin pie. All right, 2nd and 10. Bit of a delay handoff to Kenny G, who tries to find something, and he is tackled a yard behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing was there, which happens. Good play by the Chicago Bears defense. Kenny G tried to stay patient, tried to see if something was going to open up. Nothing did. Rudolph, middle of the field, caught Calvin Austin, who is short of the first down of about a yard. Chicago takes a timeout. What are we saying? Are we rolling the dice here and going for it? I don't hate if they go for it here. Although, do not do that tush push because you are 0 for 2 and doing those tush pushes with Connor Hayward as the quarterback. If you're going to do it with Darnell Washington. I'm not that big of a fan of it, though. It's actually kind of funny that no other team could do it like the Eagles do. Makes sense. They're the original ones that do it. So, oh, they do go for it on fourth down. Kenny G is gonna go all the way to the end zone to the pylon, and that's a touchdown. They didn't show this. I don't know exactly what happened, but Kenneth Gainwell runs it all the way in, hits the pylon, and gets the touchdown. CBS has to work on that because I have zero clue what happened. They ran a fake tush push. Connor Hayward hands the ball off to Kenneth Gainwell. He runs to the outside, and he had a wide open lane for a touchdown. He hits the pylon. That is a touchdown, Kenneth Gainwell. What a play for Kenny G. CBS needs to work on that, though, because we did not see that whole play develop. Okay, they're saying he was short of the line, short of the touchdown. Okay, see, his body hit the pylon, but that's close, man. That's close. I kind of feel like they're discrediting my boy Kenny G there. I thought that was enough for a touchdown. Because I do know the football has to cross the plane, but I'm not sure if any part of his body was down. It's kind of hard to tell. They only showed 2 reviews. CBS, man. Yeah, they didn't even show the actual play happen. It was middle of the play. Mason Rudolph in the backfield. Darnell Washington in motion. Toss play. Jalen Warren walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Easy. Flag is thrown. Now I'm starting to think that they're trying to take something away for the Steelers. Offside on the defense, though. So they're not. Steelers get the touchdown finally off of a Jalen Warren run. I kind of wish that was Kenny G that was the running back on that play. I think he deserved to be the recipient of the touchdown. Nonetheless, Jalen Warren gets an easy touchdown. Steelers up 20-14. There's still time for Chicago to make plays and to answer right back, though. Extra point by Boswell is up, and what do you know? It is good. 21-14, Pittsburgh up. In the second quarter, 1:19 left in this quarter off of a Kenny G 4th down conversion turned into a 1-yard run from Jalen Warren. Yeah, CBS, man. You know, and the field was so wide open on that play, it looked like a punt return. You know, it was just so wide open. Oh, Chiefs have a shot at tying the game in Kansas City. They have second and goal, down 14-6 with less than a minute left in the second quarter. 15 seconds left in the second quarter. Third and goal, I should say. I believe they called their last timeout. So it's do or die for the Chiefs as far as this half. If they get sacked or if they get tackled inbounds, that is probably the quarter. Inside the 5 at the 4. Mahomes looking, scrambling. He's going to have to make a throw. He does, and it is caught. No, incomplete. They're going to say he's out of bounds. He is out of bounds, and that is going to be a stop, at least for now. Mahomes talking over to the referee, as he typically does. Okay, he slips. That's not a catch. So he fell. He fell. His body was touching out of bounds. He was able to make the catch, though. I'm not exactly sure how or why Mahomes threw it that way. I guess he was open. But yeah, his body was halfway out of bounds. So they're going to kick the field goal with Bunker here. Chip shot field goal, 22-yarder with 10 seconds left. And he kicks it through. Okay, 14-9. And that's probably going to be the score going into halftime. Colts do have the lead, but it has slimmed down. Okay, kickoff by Boswell. I'm glad they're doing a different camera angle. Oh, he's able to get a good return, though. They'll take it out around the 36 for Chicago, so they definitely have a good field position and have a shot to. I mean, they're definitely going to be aggressive here. Steelers do get the ball after halftime. This has been a very exciting first half. Can the Bears respond? It seems like when one team scores, the other team scores right back. Herbig almost jumped off sides. They're going to say he did. Free play for Chicago, and it is intercepted by Joey Porter Jr. I guess it's not going to matter. He just go down, man. I don't like the way he's holding the football either. And he fumbles the ball. What did I just say? And he's tackled down. I don't know why he was holding the football with one hand. But it's not going to really matter because they said that Herbig jumped off sides. Okay, Joey Porter did not have the ball secured at all. Where's the football? He was running like this with the football like that. And then they were easily able to hit it out of his hand. You saw how easy it was to hit it out? Not much force there. Okay, 1st and 5 for Chicago after all that happened. That took some time off the clock, though. Williams throws it towards the sideline. Oh, did he make the catch for his feet in bounds? No, they weren't. Incomplete pass. Let's see. 1. Oh, yeah, he only got 1 foot down. How about the New York Football Giants up 17-14 over Detroit in Detroit? .52 seconds left in the second quarter. Williams avoids the pressure, throws it incomplete. His receiver was wide open. I think it was the pressure that made him make a bad throw there. He was wide open. Look at that. There was a lot of space that he had. If he caught that ball, or if that was a good throw, that is easily a first down. Chicago's 2 for 5 in third down conversions here. They need 5 here. 47 seconds left in the second quarter. Williams throws it. Easy money. First down. I mean, the Steelers kind of put the same sort of defense out there. Almost giving them those yards, seemingly. I mean, Chicago didn't really do much different either. They didn't need to do anything fancy, just a simple in route. Okay, they're about 13 yards away from field goal range for Chicago. Still a lot of time left though with the timeout. Slightly past midfield, Williams is going to throw it inbounds, middle of the field, gain of about 6. And looks like Chicago is going to take their last timeout after that play. Okay, so Chicago's not going to be able to stop the clock anymore. You got to expect them to throw towards the sidelines now that they don't have any timeouts. Man, Chicago really the 3rd seed right now? And I haven't heard a singular person talk about, oh, watch out for them Bears. I'm not disrespecting the Bears. I'm not. If anything, I'm saying that I'm saying that the Bears are being disrespected. I'm not disrespecting the Bears. I'm just saying. Williams drops back. He's going to throw it towards the sideline, and he gets it complete to Swift. Got the first down. There is a flag, though. A legal shift on the offense. Okay. Okay, still see some movement. Okay. Well, that did hurt Chicago. Second and 9 for the Bears after that illegal shift penalty. 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Williams drops back once again, throws in the middle of the field, and it is almost intercepted. Duggar had hands on it. Couldn't get it, though. And remember, Duggar had a pick 6 last week. Okay, at the very least, I can say that he was more focused on the actual coverage of covering the receiver. That's what I can say at the very least. Because Williams did kind of throw behind his receiver there. Okay, let's see how the Bears play this one out. They don't have any timeouts. It's going to be caught complete. Oh, he has space. He has blocks. But he is tackled, thrown down by Jalen Ramsey at around the 28. Now they're trying to hurry up to the line to spike it. 9, 8, 7. They get it, the spike with 7 seconds left. And I think they're probably just going to kick the field goal here. I mean, you can try to go to the end zone. You do have enough time to do that. I wouldn't risk it, though. Okay, they're going to keep the offense out there. Maybe they might try a quick strike to the end zone. 7 seconds, you barely have enough time to do that. And if you get sacked, that's it. You can't use too much time. They do throw a shot. He just really throws it out of bounds. That was more of a wasted play, but maybe they were just trying to make it to where it would be the last play of the half for sure. Santos for the field goal attempt here. 47-yarder. 3 seconds left in the second quarter. This will be the last play of the half. The kick is up, and it is good. 21-17 at halftime. What an entertaining first half, man. Steelers do get the ball at halftime or after halftime. Mason Rudolph under this offense looking good. Looking good. I'm not going to say they're looking great. Players have been making some plays. Kenneth Gainwell playing a really good game. Jalen Warren doing his thing. DK Metcalf, we haven't really heard his name since the first touchdown drive. I think it's a well-contributed play by the offense. It seems like everybody's kind of doing their job. Blocks up front have been there from the Steelers offensive line. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Steelers offense. Steelers defense, it's a tough matchup, man. They're going up against a tough Bears offensive scheming style. You know, that's always going to be tough, man. Ben Johnson, former offensive coordinator of the Detroit Lions. And I know we were seeing the type of plays that the Lions were putting out last season. That was crazy, man. They had all these fancy plays. But all right, since we're at halftime, let's look at the rest of the NFL. Okay. So on Thursday Night Football, we had the Houston Texans with Davis Mills, I believe that's his first name. Mills, the backup quarterback of the Texans, beating the Buffalo Bills by a score of 23-19. The Texans under Mills have actually won. I believe he's 3-0 as a Texan starter this season. Houston has a really good defense, and it showed. Josh Allen was under pressure all night. It wasn't a very fun night for Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills offense. So Houston's going to make it tough, man. Not having the season that they thought they would. They're now 6-5. Their season isn't over. They do have a shot, maybe not at winning the division with how big of a margin it is between them and the Colts, unless Indianapolis just completely falls apart. I mean, Jacksonville's up there too, though. So, yeah, we'll see how that all plays out. Speaking of Indianapolis, they were up 14-9 at halftime against the Chiefs in Arrowhead. That's a tough place to play football. That's a tough place to get a road win, especially the past couple of seasons, right? So we'll see if the Colts can hang on to that one. Seattle up against Tennessee in Nashville, 16-3. Seattle trying to bounce back after a loss against the Rams. Sammy D trying to have a bounce back game against Tennessee. And I'm not seeing the stats or anything, but looks like they're doing pretty all right. Vikings and Packers already in the third quarter. Packers up 10-6. I don't know, man. I'm not sure how I feel about the Packers. I know they're they're a really good football team. Their offense seems to struggle a lot. Their defense is really good. Offensively, they can't put up many points. Okay, I don't know why I can't scroll down on this. It always does it with this thing. I don't know why. Okay, now I can scroll down. There you go. I still expect the Packers to hold on to that lead. You got the Jersey Jets and the Baltimore Ravens also in the third quarter. Jets are up 7-3. Baltimore does have the ball Third and 15 at their own 21. Then you got the New York Football Giants and the Detroit Lions having a bit of a shootout there. Okay, see now the Bears and the Steelers are going head to head with the Giants and Lions as the best game of the morning slate. So we'll see. We'll see. It's 20-17 over there in Detroit. The Giants are actually winning. And obviously Steelers Bears 21-17. Patriots Bengals 17-13. Hey man, this is actually a good slate of morning football games. A good slate. I'm liking this. We're having some competitive football games here. 17-13 New England. And for the afternoon slate, you kick it off with the Browns and the Raiders over there in Las Vegas. Shedeur Sanders getting his first start as an NFL player. That has storylines running all over it in the city of Las Vegas. That's really all there is to really get hyped about that game. Both teams aren't very good. Might be a defensive matchup with Max Crosby and Myles Garrett, two of some of the best in the game. We'll see how that game plays out, man. I'm expecting a competitive game, but also a very defensive game. They got the Jags and the Cardinals. I think the Jags blow the Cardinals out. I don't know exactly what happened to the Jaguars. I don't know. I was definitely not expecting them to be 6-4 at this point in the season, but they're good. They are a good football team. Okay, it's doing it to me again. Come on, man. Okay, now okay, there we go. So yeah, I got the Jaguars winning over there in the toaster. Then you got Cowboys, Eagles at 125. You have two 125 games. I don't know how the other one's a 125 game, but hey, Cowboys, Eagles. I think it's a better game than what we're expecting. It could be a high scoring game. Maybe it's not a high scoring game. Dallas offense against the Eagles defense. And let's not make it seem like the Eagles offense has been playing too great either. So I actually think it's a little bit of an even-ish matchup. You know, I slightly favor the Eagles. I wouldn't be surprised at all if Dallas is able to come out with the win, though. Not at all. And you got another 125 game. Falcons at the Saints. Who asked for this at 125? Respectfully. I don't know. I don't know what's up with that game at 125. I guess give me Atlanta. I guess. I don't know. Then you got the Buccaneers at the Rams. That is a Sunday night football game for sure. Baker Mayfield going up against Matthew Stafford. Baker Mayfield obviously been playing like crazy this season. And then Matthew Stafford and the Rams, they're just a good football team overall, man. Defense is good. Offense can put up points when they need to. They're not super flashy of a team, but they're good and they're winning. So that's going to be a close one, man. I think the Rams are close to solidifying themselves as the first seed if they haven't already. I'm sorry, as the best team in the NFC if they haven't already. It's close, man. It's very close. So I'm excited to watch that Sunday night football game, man. I'll be keeping tabs on that one. All right, guys, I'll take a quick break, man. I'll take a quick break. All right, what's good, everybody? We're back. Hopefully, I didn't miss out on much. All right, let's try some of this chips and salsa here. Mmm, that's bomb. That is good. Sunday Nighter has everything you want in a Sunday night football game, man. I'm telling you. Um, hopefully it's better than the last Sunday night football game that was at so far. That's all I gotta say. Hope you guys don't mind me eating right here. This sauce is good, man. So for this game, man, I still don't know who's at. I don't think there's a team in control. I don't think there's any of that. Typically, we kind of see, you kind of tell after a first half who's dominating the game or who isn't. I don't think anybody's dominated. I don't think anybody's been controlling the pace of the game. So I'm interested to see the adjustments that each team makes. Oh, Derek Wan is at the game? The whole Want family's there. Dang. You know, it would have been cool if we got 1 year of all the Want brothers playing together, man. That would have been great. Like right before JJ retired, for if he would have played at one season, or maybe not even a whole season, even if it was just half a season in Pittsburgh, that would have been cool to see, man. And you can't tell me, even in the tail end of JJ Watt's career, that wouldn't have been a deadly duo with the Watt brothers on one defensive line. You can't tell me that wouldn't have been a deadly duo. Kickoff and the second half is underway, and it takes a bounce at the 10-yard line, and he is down at around the 25. Okay. Come on, Rudolph. Come on, Rudolph. Mason's been doing his thing, man. First play of the second half, handoff play. Jalen Warren breaks the tackle, and he spins down at around the 32, 33-yard line. Oh, Baltimore finally able to take the lead against the Jets. I think they're going to break away at some point in that game. Damn, 23-3, Seattle over Tennessee. Which, I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, right? Second and 4. Mason Rudolph, 10 for 11 for 86 yards. Bootleg. Rudolph. Scrambling. Oh, jukes 2 guys and slides down. Mason Rudolph showing some elusiveness there. You guys see that? Look at this replay. Excuse me. Oh, right past the defenders. How about Mason Rudolph on that play? Look, excuse me. Damn. 3rd and 2 for the Steelers. They give it to Warren, and he bursts through and gets the first down, I think. All right, he does. First down, Steelers. A true athlete at its finest. That was a good. I'm not lying. That was a good run from Rudolph, man. Play action. He's gonna scramble once again. Oh, he gets sacked. He got his jersey grabbed and everything. He was close. He was close from getting away from him. He pulled his jersey. So it was a 4-yard loss on the play, 2nd and 14. After the sack from Chicago, handoff play, Jalen Warren gets a quality game. It's still going to be about 3rd and long, though. Third and 10 for the Steelers. Oddly enough, they haven't really gained many yards on this drive, but this drive's going to surpass 3.5 minutes. So 35 on 3rd down conversions. Rudolph looking, has time. He's going to take a deep shot downfield, and it is, incomplete. Looking for Roman Wilson. Oh. Damn. That was Mason Rudolph testing the Bears defense once again on a one-on-one. Steelers' first punt of the day, and this one is a boomer, and he does not. Calling for a fair catch and gets hit right away by Eccles. Good special teams play by the Steelers. I'm telling you, Waitman is he's a good punter, man. He has a leg on him. Okay, now they call a flag, a penalty. Let's see what this line is on. Having a nice little conversation, the two referees. Oh, holding on Chicago. So that's going to pin them back a little further. Okay. Holding on Homer. You know what? I'm not going to lie. I wasn't too excited for the Thanksgiving games this year. Now I'm actually a little bit excited. A little bit. The night game has potential to be a really good game. The other two games, I think Green Bay against Detroit should be good. The afternoon game, I have zero clue. The Chiefs and the Cowboys. To this point of the season, I think they're maybe Kansas City slightly better. Maybe we could see a Western shootout over there. I don't know. That one's unpredictable. That could actually be a great game. I'm just not completely sold on it. Okay, where's my phone? Let's see. What's happening around the rest of the NFL. And that drive just kind of stalled out. I don't think it was a bad play call by any means to take a deep shot. One on one, sometimes you just want to test the defense. Unfortunately for the Steelers side, the Bears have been able to pass those tests. So sometimes there's just nothing that you could do there. They haven't had Rudolph throw the ball like too much downfield. It seems like a lot of the passes are more swing passes and screen passes. Maybe that's part of the reason why his completion percentage is as good as it is. What the heck? So they made the wrong call. The officials did. That was holding on Skoranek, so now they're going to redo the punts. Okay, that's weird. So we get a redo, I guess. Waitman has to boot it away once again, and this bounces out of bounds. Okay, but this is a big deal because now, okay, what are we doing on the field? You don't want to get called for unnecessary roughness there. What are we doing? Luckily, they didn't throw a flag, but I don't know what was going on there. This is actually big for Chicago because they would have gotten it at around the 10-yard line. Now they're getting it around 25 yards further ahead than what they originally would have gotten it from. Okay, that was both sides that were making some contact on each other. It wasn't just a Steeler that was doing that. So, okay. Oh wow, they said from the 40. I thought that was out of bounds at the 35. Chicago starting from their own 40. Wow, they get a very generous spot. I didn't see it going out of bounds that far up. Williams throws middle of the field wide open. Complete for a first down, Chicago. Herbig was right there. He just kind of stopped. Yeah, that was just a complete soft spot for the Steelers defense. I mean, just complete soft spot. First down for Chicago. They're now in Steelers territory after only a play. Williams, play action. He's going to throw middle of the field once again, and then it's another completed pass for a first down, Chicago. Oh, we're going to start seeing this again. Has Chicago figured out the Steelers defense? Let's see, man. Two plays, two first downs for Chicago here with two very big chunk plays. Screen pass to DJ Moore, who gets a block up front, and he is tackled out of bounds for getting around 7. It was laundry that was thrown. DJ Moore got called for taunting after the play. Wow. That's not good for Chicago. That was a perfect drive to that point. Now it's going to be 1st and 20. Receiver in motion. Williams draws back. Pressure comes. He gets it off. Screen pass to Swift, who has plenty of space. Finally tackled at the Steelers' 25. Good awareness by Caleb Williams, man, to be able to dump it off in that pressure from that the Steelers are bringing. And since the pressure was there right for the quarterback, there was no pressure on Swift. 3rd and 6 here. Steelers, they're going to call offsides. Free play for Chicago. DJ Moore is wide open for a touchdown. That penalty does not matter. How was that coverage so blown up? DJ Moore was completely wide open. Chicago now up with their first lead of the game, I believe. Or a second lead. I'm not too sure. DJ Moore was so wide open. Again, okay, that was just another soft spot in his own defense. Nobody was right there. Extra point snap is good, and the kick is good. 24-21 Chicago with the lead. Damn. So Chicago has a short week after this game. They're going to be playing the Eagles on a rare Friday game. Well, I guess it's not super rare anymore, right? That's what the NFL is trying to push for. Friday night, or no, it's like a Friday morning or evening game. It's like in the middle of the day on Black Friday. I don't know exactly why they do it at the time that they do it. I'm not sure if there's college football going on at that time, competitive college football going on at that time. At least prime time on Friday. I don't know. Okay, let's check the scores. So let me check the scores. There we go. All right, Baltimore is starting to break away a little bit from the Jersey Jets, 17-7 in Baltimore. The Colts still up 17-9 over the Chiefs. Daniel Jones and the Colts do have the football at their own 30. But the handoff play to Jonathan Taylor, who gets about a yard short of the first down. Green Bay has an 11-point lead over Minnesota. All right. Steelers. Let's see if the Steelers could answer back. It's just like the shape of that stadium is unique. It's a bit of a squibber kick. Is caught and returned for, and he's down. He fumbles the ball, but he was down, and it rolls out of bounds anyways. But again, with that camera angle, I can't really tell where he's down at. Okay, man. Caleb Williams having himself a solid day today. 15 completions, 26 attempts, 195 yards. All right, let's see what Mason Rudolph and the Steelers offense could do. Skoranek in motion. Handoff play. Kenneth Gainwell pushes forward for a gain of about 8. Showing Mike Tomlin for I think the second time in this game. They haven't really shown Mike Tomlin too much. They've been showing a lot of Aaron Rodgers. Seems like almost every Steeler drive, not too much Coach Tomlin. Another give to Kenneth Gainwell, and he is down right at the line of scrimmage. And that is another play where the camera focus wasn't on the actual play when it starts. Okay. Critiquing a little bit here. The Giants still up by 3. And there is a good amount of Steeler fans there. I don't think they're in the majority, but they're definitely competing with the same amount of Bears fans. Maybe 60-40 Bear fans. Rudolph looking through his progressions, throws a swing pass. Kenneth Gainwell tries to get to the outside, and he slips on his own. That is a stop for the Bears. It looked like he might have been able to get past him, but he slipped. Damn. Steelers gonna have to punt it once again. Second punt of the game, and they're all on back-to-back drives. Wait a minute, let's try not to get a holding here. Fair catch is called for at around the 26-yard line. Steelers are looking a little not looking as good as they were in the first half. I'll say that. All right. Steelers are going to need to make a defensive stop or two if they're going to stay in this game. I'm not sure how many more points the offense has in them in this game. I mean, that last play was just kind of more unfortunate. I think Kenneth Gainwell had a realistic shot at getting the first down if he didn't slip. But we'll never know. All right. Oh, the Colts are at the 5-yard line of Kansas City looking to make it a 2-possession game. Okay. Seattle up 30-10 over They're in Nashville. Patriots and Bengals still 17-3. 6:21 left in that third quarter. Giants and Lions has actually been 20-17 for a while too. So we'll see with the rest of these games, man. I hate to say this, man. The afternoon slates this week suck. Maybe they could be good games. I'm not saying that they can't be good games. It's just the matchups that they put in the afternoon slate. That still friend actually has a cool jacket. I was wearing a jacket for like the first 10, 15 minutes of the live, and then it just got too hot. 1st and 10, Chicago play action. Williams going to throw downfield sideline touchdown. Completed. No, he's going to say talking it over. Incomplete. That looked like a completion for sure. In real time, seems like he juggled the ball or something. Oh, he dropped it. I didn't even see that. Good play by James Pierre. No, that's incomplete. Tight end moves to the right side of the line. Drops back. Looking, has time. Now scrambling. He's going to throw it down to the ground. Darius Slay out there now, huh? Oh, because of Joey Porter Jr. being out. Damn. Okay, Indy was able to get 3 out of that. 3rd and 10 for Chicago. Up by 3. 6:11 left in the third quarter. 5 for 8 in third down conversion. Souls middle of the field. DJ Moore. It is very close. His knee was down. That's going to be a huge factor on whether or not he got the first down. They're going to mark him a yard short. All right, that's short. That's short. I think that's short. All right, Chicago's going to punt it unless they go fake punt here. If not, it's a 3-and-out for Chicago. I wouldn't be surprised for a fake. They do go on and punt it. Almost blocked. Austin gets it. He's going to return it past the 30 and runs out of bounds at around the 33-yard line. Okay. That's exactly what the Steelers needed, a quick defensive stop. Cool. All right. Okay, we're just gonna have to do it like this. All right. All right. Oh, Kansas City looks like they're gonna answer right back against Indianapolis. Okay. Washington moves to the right side. Jalen Ward in the backfield. It's an end around to Jonnu Smith for a gain of a few. Now we're starting to run end arounds again. Oh, sorry, jet sweeps. Jet sweep. We're starting to run jet sweeps again. DK Metcalf shaking up once again. Dang. And DK Metcalf makes his way to the sideline for the second time of this game. This is the second time he's been shaken up. Mason Rudolph, 11 completions, 13 attempts, 85 yards. One of them was intercepted on the first drive. Rudolph drops back. He's going to throw it. Floater down the field. Incomplete. Looking for Calvin Austin. There is a flag. There is a flag. Let's see what they call this on. Pass interference. That is going to give the Steelers way better field position here. Oh yeah, he was kind of holding on his jersey during the play. Aaron Rodgers pointing over there. Jalen Warren in the backfield once again. See what they do here on first down. Wilson in motion. Handoff play. Jalen Warren tries to break to the outside. Able to break a tackle, but then he's tackled down a few yards behind the line of scrimmage. That just wasn't going to work. He really tried to make something happen there. Just wasn't successful. 2nd and 12. That was only a loss of 2. That could have easily been a loss of 4. Play action. Rudolph. Pocket collapses and he gets sacked. Oh, it fumbles the ball. Fumbles the ball and looks like Chicago recovered it. Damn it. Damn it. That's not good. Yep, Chicago football. Damn it, man. That was not a good 2 plays for the Steelers. That was a terrible 2-play stretch for the Steelers. So Chicago's going to get the ball back with some good field position because that ball did go backwards. Williams shows play action right wide open, middle of the field once again. And that's just where they're starting to hit him, man. DJ Moore, man, starting to make some plays here. Okay, first down for Chicago. Run a play here. He's got some space, and he is down at around the 25-yard line. Chicago's looking good, man. And the Steelers in this first half, they haven't been able to get much going at all. Second and 2, Williams in shotgun. Takes the snap, throws it. Oh, almost intercepted. He overthrew his tight end, and that was almost costly for Caleb Williams. He was open once again. There was an opening in the middle of the field. Steelers 13 total yards here in the second half. In the first half, they had 211. It's Chicago that's really turned it up with 112. So I remember what I was saying last half. There was not really a team that was in control. This half is a little bit of another story. Williams handoff play, and he is. That's going to be close. Looks like they're going to mark him short. Okay, they're going to mark him short of the first down. He did get a yard on the play. Oh, they gave him the first down. Wow. Okay. I don't know. I'm not completely convinced that was the first down, but oh well. Here's what it is, I guess. First and 10 for Chicago. Bootleg. Williams. Those it complete once again down at around the 20-yard line, man. This Chicago offense is really clicking here in the second half. And so far, the Steelers have had no answer for the Bears offense or the Bears defense, really. That was a gain of 4 on that play, 2nd and 6. Another run play. They're just running down their throats, and that is another first down. Man, this is getting starting to get a little frustrating. Wow. This isn't looking promising, man. The Steelers offense can't get anything going in the second half. The Bears are really looking good here. They're going to run it once again, and it's another gain, and he's still pushing forward, and he is down at around the 3, inside the 3. I mean, they're just going to – I would just keep running it. It's just working. The Steelers defense can't do anything about it right now. All right, they're going to run it down to the fourth quarter. Bears completely dominated in that quarter. I know it doesn't necessarily show on the scoreboard, which is fortunate for the Steelers, I guess. But, man, Chicago really, really looking good in that third quarter. And they have the momentum and everything like that. Damn it, man. Okay, so the Ravens are up 20-10 over the Jets. Green Bay pushing away from Minnesota 23-6. Next week, the Steelers have a 125 game against the Bills. If I'm correct, that's the first late game that they had. Not prime time game, but late game that they've had this season. Let's see if the Steelers defense could hold them, man. It's not looking promising, dude. I mean, the Jets are putting up a fight over there in Baltimore. You got to give them that. They're not making it easy for the Ravens. Tyrod Taylor's a quarterback for them. Oh, Brees Hall with a good move. Oh, God. Oh, he has a lot of space, man. Dang, he gets that all the way to the red zone. Jets are definitely competing, man, and if they go out, they're going out swinging in that game. All right. Here we go. Fourth quarter time. That definitely wasn't a good third quarter. Fourth quarter, let's hope it's a different story, man. It definitely has to be a different story if the Steelers want to win this game. I'm super surprised that Chicago only got 7 points out of that third quarter. Bears at the 3. Second and goal. Run play. Swift tries to get something. He actually does. He's able to get a yard or two. Which that was a challenge in and of itself. But that's going to bring up third and goal. And this is a pivotal third and goal for both teams, because you want Chicago, you definitely want to get this 2-possession lead here at this point in the game, especially when you have all the momentum. And for the Steelers, you want to keep yourself within a possession. So let's see what happens here. Well, it was in shotgun. Hand it off. Oh, easy money touchdown. Just walk it in. Just walk it in. That was too easy, man. They were so unprepared for a for a 2-yard run. That is insane. I mean, there was no pressure on the middle of the field, really. What can you do? Okay, extra point from the right hash. And it is up and good. Chicago, they're up by 10. It feels like they're up by a lot more, though. Right? It's not over. It's not over, man. All right, guys, I'm going to take a quick break. All right. Okay. I'm not sure what else. I think the Steelers, the only shot they have right now is if they get a touchdown. I know a field goal makes it a single possession game. The Bears offense is really clicking. Yeah, I think they need a touchdown on this drive, because if not, I could definitely see the Bears being able to go down the field and score again. All right, kickoff is off and away. Is returned inside of the 5. And it is down at around the 28-yard line. Okay. All right, there is some college football on Friday. Rudolph throws middle of the field. Jonnu Smith for a gain of around 8. Not a bad gain. Now, there still definitely is a lot of time for the Steelers. And what the heck? The Giants throwing a razzle-dazzle play like that? Jameis Winston with the receiving touchdown. Wow. That's something else, man. Okay. Handoff play, Kenny G for a first down. Okay. Oh, at least they're moving the ball now. It's been a rough going for the Steelers offense here in the second half. Really. Going no huddle. Rudolph throws a check down pass to DK Metcalf, and that's not that much of a gain. 3 if they're lucky with the spotting. Okay, yeah, they're going no huddle here. 2nd and 7. Has time, throws it. Another short pass for a gain of a yard. To Gainwell, it's not really doing much for you, but 3rd and 6. Sorry, 3rd and 5. Bears fans are getting into it, man. Total yards this half for Steelers. They're under 30 total yards here in this second half. Rudolph and shotgun. Bears bring pressure. He gets it off. Complete. Calvin Austin makes a move, and he is down, tackled at the 40-yard line. And that's the Steelers' first down, and they're moving the ball. This is what they need right here, man. They need to take time, they need to give the defense a little bit of a break, and they need to put up points now, okay? Now they're on the Chicago side of the field. They give it Warren, who's able to get a few blocks up front and get a quality gain. It's going to definitely be short and, 2nd and around manageable, maybe 4 or 3. All right, now we're inside of 11 minutes here to go in this fourth quarter. 2nd and 4. Steelers trying to stay in this game with the score here, if they can get it. Skoranek in motion. They hand it off once again. Jaylen Warren is just short of the first down of about a yard. Let's see. The Steelers are going no huddle once again here for a 3rd and 1. Warren in the backfield once again. It's a quarterback sneak, and he got it with ease. Mason Rudolph with an easy quarterback sneak and a 1st down. McCarthy just threw an interception. Man, the Minnesota Vikings are definitely struggling, dude. Wow. Okay. But here we go, man. We're moving the ball. Steelers just inside of the Chicago 30. Fakes the handoff. Rudolph has time. Now pressure comes. He has to get rid of it. Oh, able to avoid a sack. Now he's going to float one. Incomplete. Dang, Mason Rudolph really tried to make something happen there. He held the ball a little long, man. How's that Roger Jones that sound? Damn. Oh. Man, he got kneed, right? Man, that was a crazy looking play there. I guess nothing was open downfield, man, because it just seemed like Rudolph was hanging onto the ball too much. Very, very good that he was able to avoid the sack, man. That was actually kind of impressive. Oh, they got Malik Willis in the game now? Oh, that's because there's not much time left. 3-possession game over there in Minnesota. Man, Minnesota couldn't even make it a competitive enough game. We'll see, man. Maybe Minnesota could get it together at some point next season. It doesn't look like it's going to happen this season. Bit of a disappointing season, though. They were kind of faced with a tough situation, whether you wanted to go with your the guy that you drafted in the 1st round, or whether you wanted to go with Sam Darnold. Tough situation. Because Sam Darnold did play well last year. I think they didn't want to bring him back because of the way the season ended. Because the way their season ended last year wasn't very good. Okay, Baltimore's still up by 10. Packers just trying to run down the rest of that clock. Hey, man, the Vikings do have a good system around them, too. That's tough. All right, can the Jets pull off an improbable comeback here? Oh, Taylor able to throw it out of his own end zone. Okay. And the Jets still have all 3 timeouts. It's not that completely far-fetched. Okay, looks like Jones is going to the locker room. 2nd and 10 for the Steelers after the incompleted pass. Smith handoff play. Jalen Warren once again, and he gains about maybe 3. Okay, interesting what they're doing. They're running the ball, but they're also going no huddle. 3rd and 7 here for the Steelers. That is a flag, right? Yeah, okay. They called a flag. That was pass interference on the Bears defense. I don't know what took so long for them to throw laundry, but he was all over DK Metcalf. Let's see this replay. Yeah, come on. Okay, they called the PI. Okay, that gives the Steelers a first down. Dang, man. I'm telling you, they need a touchdown on this drive. Not because it would make it, well, either way it makes it a one possession game, but more because of the fact that Chicago was absolutely rolling before this drive. Warren running down at around the 10. So again, they're relying heavily on the rushing attack here on this drive, which I don't really blame them too much because it's what's been working for the majority of this game. But Broderick Jones is going to the locker room. And we have another injury on the field. Quite a few injuries in this game, man. Okay, hey, Kansas City is just staying in that game. And with a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, you don't want to do that. He's one of those quarterbacks where you don't want them to be in the game late in the fourth quarter. Not that it's late in the fourth quarter yet. There's 8 minutes left in that game, but the Colts are only up 3. Okay, 2nd and 6 from the 11. Rudolph is going to dunk it off to Gainwell, who's able to make a move, and he is about a yard or two short of the first down. I mean, Gainwell really just trying to get any sort of extra yards that he could possibly gain in this game, man. It's actually... Okay, let's see what they do here. 3rd and 1. Are they going to try another quarterback sneak here? They do. Rudolph looks like he gets the extra push on the extra effort for a first down. Nice. Okay, let's go, man. Let's go. 1st and goal for the Steelers. We are about almost halfway through this fourth quarter. They're at the 4. Freiermuth in motion. Toss play, Kenny G. Gets to the outside. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. There's a flag on the play. There's a flag on the play. Yep, holding on the Steelers. They got DK Metcalf on the hold. Dang it. All right, that pushes the Steelers back. Still 1st and goal. Smith in motion. They're going to go a jet sweep to Smith, and he's able to get to around a 9. So even after that, they're still not in a bad position, although that is a bit of a backbreaker. The fact that they were able to get into the end zone. But they get being called back. 2nd and goal now. Steelers offense. Another injured player on. Man, there's a lot of injured players here on this field today. Man. Okay, what we got with the rest of these games now? All right, Jameis Winston trying to lead the Lions to an upset win in Detroit. He does overthrow his man, although there's a flag on that play. Dang, man, this is okay. They're able to get him off the. He's able to get off the field. He's able to walk off the field, I should say. Oh, the Giants are going to get a first down. They called pass interference on the Lions. Wow. So, AFC playoff picture. You got Denver, New England, and Indianapolis. Rudolph, playoff. Get to the Gainwell. He's down at the 3. So now it's going to bring a big 3rd and goal here. The Steelers actually used a lot of time in this drive, man. A lot of clock has been shaved off from this drive. Not that it's that big of a deal at this point, but it's not necessarily what you want to do. 3rd and goal for the Steelers. Fakes the handoff. Rudolph pump fakes. Throws it end zone. Touchdown. Pat Freiermuth. Steelers are back in it. Only down by 4 with an extra point to go. Okay, it's not over. It's not over. The Bears defenders bit on that pump fake. Ooh, hey man, he had to make that good throw. If he messed up that throw, that could have easily been an interception. Boswell with the extra point. It is up and it is good. 3-point game over there in Chicago. 31-28, 6:27 left in the 4th quarter. All right, the Colts forced the Chiefs to punt the ball. So the Colts get the ball back. Okay, that was a good drive. The only thing I don't like about that drive was they kind of took a lot of time out of the clock. That's the only problem I have with that one. Today on the multi, I was looking at Baltimore's rest of their schedule. It's like hot and cold. They play some good team, a few good teams, and they also play a few bad teams down the rest of the stretch. They had to play Green Bay, and they had to play. Was it Indy? Okay, Boswell with the kickoff, and it is returned at around the 2. Oh, and he has some room, and he is tackled at around the 33-yard line. All right. Big drive here for Caleb Williams and the Bears. Can the Bears close it out, or can the Steelers hold the Bears to where they at least have a shot at winning this game? They're in shotgun here on the first play of the drive. Fakes the handoff, has time, throws middle of the field. Oh, it is dropped. Throw it past his receiver on the bullet pass. He just couldn't. He just couldn't put 2 hands on it. It's another one of those plays where the receiver was open. Gosh, yeah, dude, he was open on that play too. Okay, they're in shotgun once again. They switch up the play a little bit at the line of scrimmage. Williams does hand it off this time to Swift. Swift gets about 4. Okay, this is a big third down for the Steelers. If they could get this stop here, that puts them in a great, great spot. But they have to get it first. It's going to be 3rd and 8. I guess I was a little bit generous on the spot. Let's go. Come on, defense. We need to stop here. About 5:40 left in this fourth quarter. 3rd and 8 Chicago. Up by 3. In their own territory. Play clock starting to run down. That is a delay of game. Unless they call a timeout. That is a delay of game on the Chicago Bears. Wow. Now that was bad for Chicago. Third and 13. Williams throws it. Betts is caught. Oh, juggled, but he's able to hang on to the ball complete. However, it's short of the first down, though. Good. He took a hit and was able to hang on to it. Wow. The hit and the impact caused him to bobble the ball. And then he was able to get his 2 hands back on the football and haul it in. Wow, that's a good catch, man. But the Steelers are able to get a stop here. Unless they're going to go for it on 4th down. No, they're going to punt it. Okay. Under 5 minutes left in this game. Steelers are going to get another shot. There's a way. This is a good punt. And it is going to be down right inside of the 12. So Mason Rudolph has a chance to have a comeback victory over the Bears. Can he do it? Very strange second half because in the first half it was back and forth, right? In the second half, Chicago definitely controlled that third quarter. This fourth quarter has been a different story. It seems like the Steelers have the more momentum, even though Chicago did score in this fourth quarter. So I'm trying to be optimistic here. Maybe the tide has changed a little bit. 1st and 10 from the 11. Rudolph drops back. He's going to throw it to Darnell Washington. He's able to get about 7 on the play. You see how it took 3 defenders to take down Darnell? And it's still a struggle. It's still a struggle for 3 guys to take down Darnell. That's crazy, man. Okay, they say he got 9 on that play. Hey, he only has 2 targets, 2 receptions for 20 yards. You could utilize him a little bit more. Toss play. Jalen Warren able to. His knee was down. Let's see if the ball was past the marker, the chains. It doesn't look like it was. All right, they're going to mark him short because his knee did go down. Okay, come on, man. 3rd and short for the Steelers. They have ran a QB sneak twice with Mason Rudolph. They're in shotgun on this time around. Handoff play, and he gets the first down pretty easily. Good blocks up front. They didn't get much on that play, but they got what they needed. Jalen Warren keeping this drive alive. And the Steelers don't really have much urgency here. Has time, he's going to throw it complete. Looks like to DK Metcalf. Oh, I'm sorry, that was to Jonnu Smith. A solid gain. I'd say get a play in before the 2-minute warning. Because you're not even on their side of the field yet. So 2nd and 4. Rudolph has some space. He's going to throw a floater down the field. Has a man open. Incomplete. Couldn't hit him. Damn it. He was looking for Roman Wilson there. Now this is going to bring up a big 3rd and 4 here. Okay. Come on, Rudolph. 3rd and 4 for the Steelers. Rudolph is alone in the backfield. Bears bring 4. Flag is thrown as soon as the ball is snapped. Rudolph is going to take it himself. Rudolph is going to get the first down. He has some more space. He's going to slide inside of Chicago territory. However, there was a flag thrown as soon as that ball was snapped. It seems like it's on the Steelers, man. Illegal formation. Damn it, man. Man, that would have been a good play too, man. Now it's going to be 3rd and 9. Oh man, that was huge. Fakes the handoff. Rudolph is going to throw it incomplete. That was deflected at the line of scrimmage. They're going to punt the ball. So they're putting a lot of trust in the Steelers defense here, which, I mean, I don't know. And this isn't that good of a punt by Waitman either. It's down at the 44-yard line. Is it just me, or I wouldn't have hated if they would have went for it on 4th down, simply because if you're going to trust your defense anyways, if you're going to have to rely on your defense anyways, if they get a stop, you're still only down by 3 if you don't get the 4th down. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Because my thought process is either way, you're going to need your defense to get a stop there. I mean, I guess it's a 3-point difference compared to if you have to get a touchdown or if you have to get a field goal. I guess. I don't. In my eyes, it was do or die either way, and now you're gonna put yourself where now you have to completely rely on your defense. Man, that penalty, dude, that killed that drive. That was a good play by Rudolph for nothing because of the formation. Let's see if the Chiefs could stay in it. Oh, they do. Kansas City, man, it looks like they might have a shot at winning this. That they might win the game. That's just how it is with quarterbacks like Mahomes, man. You can't keep them. You don't want to keep them in the game like that. I mean, I know it's tough. I mean, the Chiefs aren't a pushover team, but you want to try your best to stack up as many points as you possibly can against a team like the Chiefs, against a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes. Because you do not want to give him an opportunity to tie the game or to end the game off of a one drive at the end of the game. Okay, first and 10 for Chicago. They might rely heavy on the run game here. To handoff play, and he is tackled at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard if they're generous. So it's called a timeout immediately. And I'm paying attention to the majority of this morning slate of games. This one's definitely one of the better ones, if not the best one. The only other one that comes to mind is the Giants and Lions. Okay, 2nd and 9 for Chicago. Pitch play. And he gets maybe 2. Not exactly sure where they're going to mark him. Okay, it's probably gain of around 3. Oh, he got like tripped. Okay, so it's 3rd and 7. This is the ball game here. Again, Ben Johnson. Let's see what Ben Johnson has in the bag of tricks here. And can the Steelers stop the Chicago offense here? Williams gets pressure. He's going to scramble. He's going to throw it. Incomplete. They get a stop, and they still have a timeout. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, man. We're in this game. The fact that that was an incomplete is huge because now you're going to get the ball, what, minute 20 with the timeout down 3. That plays a huge factor in this, man. Calvin Austin awaits the return. And they're talking something over. Come on, Rudolph. Wait, what? Did we just waste our last timeout? What did they use a timeout for? Oh, because James Pierre was injured. Damn, dude. Oh, man. God, yeah, you don't have a choice there. I thought they just used the timeout. Nope, they don't have a choice for an injured player. Dang it. All right, the punt is off. Let's see where this goes. It rolls into the end zone, so the Steelers will get it at the 20. Mason Rudolph, no timeouts left. A minute 29 left in this game. Okay, they threw a flag, but there wasn't a flag, I guess. Okay. Now we know Rudolph is a really good backup. Now he's gonna have to show if he has that clutch in him. Minute 29. Mason throws it middle of the field. Complete first down, Pittsburgh. They're going to have to hurry up and get to the line of scrimmage. That was Pat Freiermuth on the reception. Okay. Rudolph calling for the play. Urgency is there. He gets a snap. Throws it complete once again. That is Kenneth Gainwell for a gain of about 7, maybe 8 if they're lucky. That stops the clock. He was able to go out of bounds. A minute 3 left in this fourth quarter. Steelers are still going no huddle. Rudolph is going to throw it. Floater caught. DK Metcalf for another first down. And the Steelers are now near field goal range. Let's go. Come on, man. Come on. Chris Boswell practicing his kicks in on the sideline. Steelers are at midfield. Rudolph looks once again, gets it caught complete to Calvin Austin. That's not going to really do you much. A gain of about 2, middle of the field. Not too fond of that play calling. Rudolph trying to get his troop set for this 2nd and 8. He has it. He's going to throw it. Incomplete. Maybe he was just throwing it away. Maybe looking for a flag there. I'm not too sure. Nonetheless, it was incomplete. Boswell tying his shoes here. 39 seconds left. They're not too far from field goal range. Just about 7 yards to Boswell's career high. But 3rd and 8, they still need to get some yardage here. Rudolph is by himself in the backfield. Let's see if they bring some pressure. They bring 4. Rudolph able to get it complete. I don't know what play call was that, man. That was a terrible play call. Terrible play call. Terrible play call. He got it complete. Don't get me wrong. Now they're going to go for it on 4th down. Rudolph. Incomplete. Bears are going to win. That was a terrible play call, man. That was an awful play call on 3rd and 8. What were they thinking, dude? That was terrible. Well, Bears are going to win this game. Wow. Okay. Chicago's going to hang on to the win. That was a bad play call, man. Yeah, I don't know. The 2 plays that they ran to end the game on 2nd and 3rd down were awful. A 2-yard pass inbounds. What the heck was that? Well, that was the game, man. It was a really good game. Steelers drop another one when Baltimore wins another one. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm not sure what else to expect from this season. Steelers are 6-5 now after starting 4-1. Definitely not ideal, but shoot, what can you do? Chicago played a good game. They were able to hold on to the lead even when momentum kind of almost fell apart for them. So shout out to Chicago. They got that win. As for the Steelers, I don't know. That's another loss, man. That's it for this live. I'll catch you guys. I'm not sure how we're gonna do pick six this week, but we're gonna have to drop it either on Wednesday or Thursday. We'll see. That's it for this one, guys, and I'll catch you guys later.